numbers, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got likes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. Wanna run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your fifth grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag,
my bad. First of the month, I'm a running back. Same day, why I'm a running back. Friday, payday, running back. Running back, running back, running back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money falls.
Well, Coach, we've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. The children will
Yo, I'm streaming. So watch what y'all say. That stream up, nigga. I remember I used to do push-ups. My arms used to be like noodles afterwards. Now, I probably could do like 100 push-ups a day.
Let's go now. 10-2 soft.
Rip right.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. He fights forward for a cup.
Damn, why my man keep pausing that bitch?
With a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
On the double.
Mike, 59.
Hey, exit.
Let's go, Tyler. Let's go right here now. Mike, check. 59.
Now.
Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Locke. Wilson's got it complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Juwan James, the right tackle, first-round selection in 2014. He's the one that got flagged there.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
It's 59. Mike to 59.
Greystone, travel.
Push him back. Check 24.
Go.
Switch here.
Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one.
Get ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive here with an end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Go! 180!
Check 53. Check pass. Check pass. Check 9. Check 9. Check, check. Fresno. Fresno. Fresno.
Now Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Go! 180!
It's out time. It's out time, guys. It's out time. Shift, shift. Shift.
They go play action. Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Yeah, come on, y'all.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a big no-no last time. A safety to make this score 2-0 where we stand now. So, see if they can atone for that mistake.
You give up points, but on the flip side, the positive side, after you punted the ball away or kicked it away,
defense held.
Defense held for you, so there's a little bit of relief there. Now they know they can get back out on the field, run their offense, and try to put their defense in a bad spot again.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. He completes it to Wilson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Mike, check, 59, 59. You ain't going nowhere. Check 59, Mike. Let's go.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's got some. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full shoot.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
90 Wolf. You draw Porker.
Watch the screen.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
That's a what? Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Hit it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Mike the 59. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Motion blood.
Get it.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Escape, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Trubisky to throw. Open man is Trey Burton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On third down, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on fourth. Throwing here, Trubisky. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Trubisky will throw. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his second touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front.
Wow.
And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And an alley to run. He's got the first down and more past midfield. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, Wood.
59, Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Bro, what even happened?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this?
Right.
And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. from just shy of midfield. Trubisky.
Bro, what the
This
fuck?
one incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
I gotta get my running game going. Fuck this.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Block off of play action. And his throw is incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. But it's going to be second down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And again, he's going to be... stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
It's 3rd and 10.
The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Mike, check. 59. You better be afraid of me. Hey, Zoo.
From the gun on third down, Locke. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Let's go, baby.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. It gives you better balance.
They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now it's Trubisky. And that'll wind up in.
Oh, what it is a cover 2 every fucking third down, bro. We know what it is, bro.
By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally, you run a really tight ship.
This shit is annoying.
What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
Ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play wildcat quarterback for you as well.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
58, right over there.
Play action. Now it's Locke. And a completion to Wilson.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, Alpha.
Check. 59.
Now.
From the gun on 3rd down. Locke. Here's Sanu on the catch. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go. 15, Lonnie. 59.
Coming to you.
5.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Locke, and he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Here's Lindsay. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, They give him full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Bradley Chubb able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Trubisky. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky, but he completes it to Cohen. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 15, but they still need it a little bit more. 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though. Put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wilson's got it complete. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and it's a 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll go again with Lindsey, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Lock going to throw. And this one brought in by Sanu. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Lock's throw caught by Sutton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
High 7.
59 Mike. Check, 59. Stay with your man. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
5.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's got his tight end fan. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Here's Locke to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Albert Wilson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And the lead is down to 4. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
On second down now, it's Cohen. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of 2 there. Second down. They go play action with Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Flushed out right, and he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's go, G. 18.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton, his first touchdown of the new season as the Bears push further out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On first down, Lindsey. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him.
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. Now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Lindsey going to try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Out of the gun, Trubisky escapes the sack. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Seems to me that our friend Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A big spot now for the rookie lock. Now a carry for Lindsey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Pro team spill.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Hey, check.
Leo.
Tighten up.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. This one into the hands of Burton.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, it gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Throwing here, Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Trubisky eluding the pressure right. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines.
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Lock. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
Go! Crouch! Hey, Charlie!
I'm coming after you!
Now Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to fight. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now he'll tuck it and run. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
Check.
Hey, Haywood.
50 ends the mic. Go 50 ends the mic. Here we go, D. Here.
Get it.
Lock to throw. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky rolling to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
First throw in overtime now for Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he completes it to Cohen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. It's no good, and that changes everything here in OT. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And a completion to Wilson. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And where did this one go out? Not good. Let's see. They're going to say inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tie it right. Good. You got 3 down. He's checking.
Trubisky will throw. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back. People call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said, oh, Cohen lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Go.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Tight dog.
Check.
Hey. Fine.
Play action. Now it's Locke. He's airing it out for Sanu. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. We know there's already a spotlight on this rookie quarterback, an even bigger spotlight here in overtime of this game, a costly pick.
No doubt about that, but here's the key. Game's not over. He may very well get another shot at this thing, so now he's got to go to the sideline. Hope his defense picks him up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They go play action. Trubisky flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, and that's caught inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And now it's 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Play action. Now Trubisky. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things.
I'm talking to recess. Nigga, oh my God.
Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports Operating Club saying so long.
Way too many was they know the shit. They was hating, know they shit, acting like they know me. 'Cause I
That shit was crazy.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a fine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, try to chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Hey, cause he gave me patience.
I can't believe that game, though. That shit was just crazy.
Making bands can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Hey, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen.
I should have been beat his ass, though.
Going big. Everywhere I go,
Let him stay in the fucking game and shit.
Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they shit.